New Tacoma exhaust after about 2 weeks. Do I still like it? Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Real quick, if you haven't before, smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So how is the Flowmaster exhaust on the Toyota Tacoma after a couple of weeks, give or take a day or two? You know, I put it on because I wanted more sound. I wanted something throaty, more aggressive, something I could hear, but not something obnoxious and certainly not any kind of a drone. Now, we're cruising along at a steady speed of 39 miles an hour right now, and you can hear it slightly in the background, but it is not wailing back there. You're not hearing any kind of an ongoing drone. I've had that before. I had I think it was a Dynaflow muffler on a Jeep, and it was so bad, after about 3 months, I got rid of it. I couldn't stand it. It was driving me insane. So now at 41 miles an hour, you can hear it a little bit in the background, but it's not anything that's going to drive you insane. So we're gonna have to make a stop here. You'll be able to hear it sitting at idle and what it sounds like. Unless I get lucky and the green arrow clicks before I can stop, that's not going to happen. So here we are. You can barely hear it in the background, and I mean barely, and you have to listen for it. If I had the radio on right now, I wouldn't hear it at all. So we're taking off now. Here we go. We're going to accelerate up to 55, and then we're gonna cruise. We're at 51, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here's a cruising at 54. We dropped a mile an hour. And you can hear it. We had a shift there. That's another neat thing about this. You can actually hear the vehicle shift because the exhaust note changes, obviously, when the truck shifts. But we're cruising at 48 now. Traffic is going slow. But you can hear it in the background. I'm not screaming to talk to you guys on the video. So it's really not too bad. Once we get out of this little traffic bunch here, I'm gonna cruise along, and then we're gonna just kind of cruise along at a steady speed, probably be about 45, 50 miles an hour. You kind of be able to see what it sounds like then. And then we're gonna put the window down. I had a request that somebody said that I wish you would have driven more with the window down so I could have heard it longer, if you will, with the window down to see what it sounds like. So we're gonna do that shortly after we make this turn here. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do it now. We're just going to ride with the window down. We do have to stop. I have a red light, but fortunately it's a right on red. Here we go. Now we're going to get up to speed. This road is 45. By the way, gas prices here now, just drove by a gas station, $3.75 a gallon. So the pricing continues to go down. I was in a gas station earlier and it was $3.61. So hopefully we're going to keep on going. All right, right now we've got the window down. We're cruising at 46 miles an hour. You can hear it slightly in the background, and I like that. I like being able to hear it outside of the truck, again, without some annoying high-pitched drone. Now, I'm going to leave the window down. I think at least at this speed, the wind's not going to be so bad that it'll be annoying in the video, I hope. One thing I want to mention, in my experience with other aftermarket exhausts, louder exhausts in the past, is when I would give the vehicle gas, you could almost hear something rattly in the muffler. Like the fins in there were vibrating, shaking around, like things just weren't very secure in there. And I am happy to say that with at least this muffler specifically, the one that I have on the truck, I have not noticed any of that. I've driven around, I've given it gas, taken off from stops, and I haven't noticed anything like that. No rattly, weird sounds, either in the exhaust itself, or maybe in the piping, maybe in the clamping, that kind of stuff. Everything has been solid. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's been solid, nothing rattly. When I've gone over bumps, I haven't heard anything bouncing around, you know, like the clamps or anything, because there are, what, 3 or 4 clamps that hold the whole system together, as well as one additional isolator that you have to bolt to the frame. I haven't heard anything funky, anything weird. We're on a bumpy road now, so you'll be able to hear. We're going over bumps. That was actually a truck that went by. And I don't hear anything jostling around under there. That's the sign of a good quality muffler. You don't hear anything weird or wacky out of the norm that you shouldn't hear. So in a second, we're gonna get onto a 55-mile-an-hour road. I'll leave the window down unless the wind noise gets annoying, so that you guys can hear what it sounds like getting up to 55 miles an hour with the window down, and what the sound is coming from the exhaust. So here we go. We're gonna go to a stop. And the reason I'm doing this now, it's been a couple weeks, and if there had been any changes, you know, within driving the truck, I think they'd be apparent now. So here we go. There, we're at 55 miles an hour. The window's down, the truck has downshifted. I'm assuming we're in 4th gear now. I don't really know. Maybe 5th, probably 5th. But you don't get a lot of wind noise, a lot of muffler noise or exhaust noise. I would say, if anything, you really have to listen closely to hear the exhaust at all over the wind noise, and hopefully the video picks it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the window up now, because there's one thing I want to talk about. You know, unfortunately, the sound in the video really doesn't do the system justice. You know, this isn't a $10 million sound setup, it's an iPhone. So you're not getting exactly what the ear hears in person, of course, because it isn't an expensive sound system. So I will say it does sound better in person. You definitely can hear it. So again, I would say if you are sensitive to sound and you don't want to hear the exhaust, I would recommend that you don't go with any aftermarket exhaust, because there's nothing out there that you're going to get that's not going to give you some kind of a sound that probably would be annoying to you if you are sensitive to a louder exhaust or a louder truck or anything like that. We're going to do one more turn up to 55 here, and we'll let you guys hear right here with the window up, just as the final run, I guess, at a couple of weeks. There, we've downshifted. We're at 57 miles an hour. Again, you can barely hear it in the background. So far, I'm still digging it. Definitely not a mistake. And one of the biggest benefits I've gotten out of this is I now have a dual outlet exhaust in the back. One other point to clear up: this is a catback, I guess we'll call it, exhaust. It does not run dual pipes up to the engine, so it's not a true dual exhaust. It's more a dual outlet exhaust, just to be clear. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know what you think. After a couple of weeks, little sound test here. Maybe if you have one yourself, what do you think about it? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels: RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator, and RobMotive FST, all about full-size trucks, for now. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.